What up, though? And welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm super excited to take you along with me as I attend the second annual Black Sports Business Symposium down in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go. This event brings together some of the biggest names in the sports industry to discuss the current state and future of sports business. And I can't wait to share my experience with you. I missed out year one. I said it was not happening again. So I had to make my way down to Atlanta, Georgia. Now, this two-day symposium was held at Mercedes-Benz Stadium and featured a series of panel discussions, keynote speeches, workshops, and networking events. Some of the topics discussed included diversity and inclusion in sports, the impact of technology on sports business, investments, NIL deals, sports media, fashion, you name it, we talked about it. And as you can see, ESPN was one of the title sponsors for this event, and they were amazing that they showed a lot of love over the weekend. They even had breakfast for us, y'all, and we had it on the field. Now, one of the highlights of the symposium were the two keynote speakers by prominent sports agent and founder of Clutch Sports Group, Rich Paul, and sports journalist and analyst Maria Taylor, who both spoke candidly about their journeys of persevering in the sports world. Here's a peek.
You only wanted to eat one before you know you ate two bags, right? And so that's how they go in debt. But if I can give you this, in
your career, do you ever think about these types of moments and pinch yourself?
Oh yeah, the first time I did a championship game.
And here's a live look at one of my favorite panels on investments. And as you can see, the room was packed and full of great energy and knowledge. And as you know, there was no way that I could pull up to the symposium and not get a few interviews for the podcast. Come on now, y'all should know me by now. So here's a look at those who I had a chance to talk to. What up, though, Black Friday family? I'm at the Black Sports Business Symposium in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here with Alaze. How you doing today?
Doing well, brother. Doing well.
Good to see you, man, because I know that you have a lot of involvement in this, being a part of the board that puts this whole thing together. So if you could intro us a little bit more into your background and tell us what it is that you do for a living first, and then we'll get into what you've been doing with the conference.
Okay. Again, thank you for this opportunity.
Of course.
Alizi Milholm. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a financial services professional. I'm also into business consulting, mainly with small business owners and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from financial planning to funding to just process improvements in their businesses and things like that. It's great work, rewarding work, but I also have this other side of me where I'm passionate about giving back to my community and helping my community grow. And Black Sports Business Symposium is just one of those additional avenues that I keep myself busy.
Absolutely. Yeah. So how did you get involved with the Black Sports Business Symposium, and what does it mean to you to be able to put on an event like this?
Yeah, well, I mean, outside of my love for sports, I don't have a background in sports in terms of a career, but that's the power of networking. I got involved in the Black Sports Business Symposium through my network, through the National Black MBA, which I was a part of. I was a president for my South Florida chapter for 6 years.
Shout out to the South Florida chapter, University of Miami.
Yeah, throughout that time and through networking, I engaged with other individuals, and one of the co-founders, Gregory Gibson Jr., who's also the CEO of the Black Sports Business Symposium, he and we started to work together on another initiative that is also popular, the HBCU Battle of the Brains. And it was through that, during the pandemic, when we couldn't put on the event, that's when the ideation part of Black Sports Business Symposium kind of grew. It started with Greg and two other co-founders, and then we started to just slowly build the team, and then I joined on board as one of the advisors, and within 18 months, our first event happened last year. The inaugural year, so we had to run it back in Atlanta and do it again.
I love it. And I got to tell you, everything that you all have been doing and been able to culminate has been phenomenal, as far as the sessions, as far as the environment, the professionals that's here. It's really a dope event. And I'm going to throw in a bonus question. For those who missed out this year, what would you say to encourage them to make sure that they're here next year?
There's no other place. If you are someone, an inspiring to have a career in sports, or you are in the sports arena. There is no other place. I mean, and again, I'm not speaking for myself. Like I said, I'm not in the sports career field, but the sports individuals, executives, owners of teams, all of them have said that there is no other avenue or arena like the Black Sports Business Symposium in terms of what we offer attendees that attend. There is something for everyone here at this conference, whether you are, like I said, freshly out of college and you're looking to get your first career job in sports, or you are in the sports career already 10 plus years or even more. We are cultivating a space, basically a safe space where you can come, grow in your profession, learn about what other avenues or careers that you can get into, but also feel like you're home. This is your fellow colleagues in the industry, or even the opportunity to meet new people. I mean, we put on some. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but we have some really dope content, and it runs the gambit. And it's not just for sports. I mean, we have. I mean, we did a 50 years of hip hop segment here this year, and I mean, we've got local artists here, big national name brand artists here. I mean, Black Sports Business Symposium is where it's at, especially if you have an interest in sports.
100%. It's definitely a vibe. So make sure that if you weren't here this year, you get a chance to come back. And if you came this year, make sure that you come back. So appreciate all the hard work you've been putting in, my man. And I pray that you get some rest. After this, I'm sure it's a lot that goes into it, being a part of the board. So definitely more power to y'all.
Thank you for having me, man. The grind continues.
Of course. Joined by my sister, Angelique Turner. What's up, Angie?
What up, though?
So I want to ask you, as a participant of the event this year, well, first, what is your background? What do you do?
Well, I am a clinical social worker. I have been licensed in the state of Michigan for the past 11 years, and I've been practicing in primarily mental health and substance abuse treatment.
And what brings you to the event this year?
Well, I am live and breathe and eat sports, and I've been trying to figure out how to pivot and transition my career and be able to work in the field, specifically in providing mental health treatment to athletes, and also doing some broadcasting work on the sidelines.
And for you, what does it mean to be black in sports?
Oh my goodness. When you think about the leagues, let's take football, basketball, for example. These sports are predominantly black. They're predominantly African American athletes. And it's important, especially from my background, to see people who look like us who can provide mental health treatment, because we need representation.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Yes, it's been great so far.
I'm here with Miss Amber Bunch. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So, could you tell us what you do for a living?
Yes, so I work in the name, image, and likeness space, teaching student athletes how to brand themselves, how to get to their bag. I also work with universities, making sure that they're supporting their student athletes in the best way possible for them to get to their money and get their bag.
Shout out to getting to the bag. And what brought you down here today?
Just all the black excellence. Really wanted to network and spend time talking to people like yourself, people in our community who are working to work with athletes and entertainers across the space and across the world. So.
For sure. And what does it mean to you to be black in sports?
It means just that. It means excellence to be black in sports. I mean, I think we dominate this industry so much, and I'm just so honored to be amongst people who are working in this area across all the different levels, from athletes and entertainers all the way up to CEOs and presidents of companies. So it's amazing.
It is. It is. And beautiful that you had a chance to come down. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Thank you.
Doing pretty well, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. So I would love to know, what's your professional background?
So right now I actually work for Aspire Group. It's a sports marketing firm that's partnered through Kennesaw. I actually am a consultant there. So I basically handle like the season tickets, the whole memberships and stuff. And it's basically just a revenue generating role. Before that, I was actually working with Atlanta United as a group salesperson. That was kind of like my breakaway job to get into sports. So, but I just kind of stuck with sales just because it kind of aligns with my career purpose and my life purpose, to give back and create those experiences, memorable and enjoyable experience for everybody. So
that's what's up, and shout out to Macon, Georgia. So what brings you down to the conference today?
What brought me down is I just wanted to be around my people. My role is actually it's predominantly white, and I just kind of saw myself shrinking down to a person that I really wasn't. So I just kind of need that energy, that again push, you know what I mean? And just to be around a bunch of people who are like me and who are unapologetically themselves, and it just kind of made me have more confidence, and I needed that. So now I'm about to really just tap into myself a lot more. So that's why I really came out here. And also to network and stuff too, but just to learn different perspectives from other people. So
That's huge. And then wanted to ask you, what does it mean for you to be black in sports?
it means a lot. Like I feel like it's a game-changing thing, because I feel like a lot of people, they are so not even just oblivious, but they lack some knowledge as far as like how to cater to every person. Nowadays, as a black man, they usually know it's the ones that play sports, not the ones that are behind doors. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So just to be in the area of the people that are in the business aspects of sports, it just means everything, because I get to educate people and they get to see how how I feel and our way of doing things, and the impact that we can actually make, and then influence them as well to be more open-minded, instead of being closed-minded.
That's huge. And Armani, I want to thank you for your time, man. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
For sure. Thank you.
Overall, this Black Sports Business Symposium was an incredible event that brought together some of the brightest minds in the sports industry. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have attended, and I hope you enjoyed coming down along the ride with me. And while I was in town, I even got a chance to stop by one of my favorite black-owned establishments by the homie Cam Newton, Fellowship, which is his restaurant and cigar bar. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.